Good morning. I'm down here in my western paddock. We've had the most beautifulest weather the last few days. Tomorrow it's going to be back down into the cold wintry weather and low temperatures. So I thought, right, I'm going to spend today out in my garden like I have been doing. I've been doing 2 hours every morning to get some things done, and I want to just continue with that, but I'm actually going to have the whole day. And we're going to have homemade lasagna that I made. I even made the lasagna sheets from scratch, and we'll have that for tea tonight. But I've been busy, so let's have a look and I'll show you what. First off, I found out I planted in my butter beans a bit too late. Should have been in earlier, so we didn't get a really good crop this year, but I'll be more aware of that next year. And I've planted in my little red baby cos lettuces. I'm actually going a bit bonkers on them at the moment. I really love them. And we've put in a trellis. I've done that myself this year instead of getting Patrick to do it. So I'm very proud. Usually he does it. And I've used a good old ties, cable ties, to do them. So I need to trim them off today. Just tidy it up a bit and make sure they're firm. I've got a set of peas in there, and over there, which we'll go over there in a minute, I've got some more peas. What I've done is I've amended this bed because I want to get some things into it, so I've weeded it and popped some goodies in there, and that's ready to have something put in it. These are more baby cos lettuces, so I reckon this one's almost ready to be picked, so I'll take that one in. I'm just nuts on cos lettuce at the moment. Millie's garden's doing absolutely beautiful. Still miss her to bits, and we miss all our cats. I've got 4 bulbs. There's a bee. Got 4 bulbs up. So I think they might be the Dutch irises, but I found this. So I'll have to show Patrick. It's a cornflower bud. They're his favourite. And of course, oh, looks like I might even have one coming here too. Can you see it down there? That's an Iceland poppy. I remember my nana growing Iceland poppies. And we've got the 4 bulbs. Haven't seen the other bulbs coming up yet. They're the daffodils for Pat. Quite a bit of linaria flowering. I grew up knowing it as eggs and bacon. This one's waiting on the broccoli. That could go in today. I'm not going to worry about putting the nets over like I did last year. I'd rather come out and pick the little bugs off and inspect them and things like that. It's just something I like doing. And this one's going to have cauliflowers. And look, number 15 is still going. I haven't killed it yet. And look, we've got a 4th. Can you see it there? Got a 4th leaf coming now. This one's a new leaf. I only had these 2 leaves here when I got it, so I'm very happy about that. So hopefully that'll work. I've finished thinning out the carrots. So I'll start harvesting these for human consumption next month, because what I pulled out, I went through, and some are small, so I've given them to the rabbits, or they're going to the rabbits. And some of them were quite a good size. So that's ready to go. Waiting to see if my asparagus will die down completely this year, because I want to mulch it and give it a feed of compost for the spring. So we'll see how they go. And Patrick got in here with the whippersnipper. Oh, we've had some fun with our lawn mower. We've even been pricing lawn mowers. As you can see, he's going to come out and mow it again today. The lawnmower had a part that had worn off and broke, and it dropped on the front right side and caused a ring in the lawn. And it took him quite a few days to work it out and to be able to fix it with his health. So we were starting to think we'd have to buy a new lawnmower. So we were looking at going down one of those battery ones. But they're so expensive. And on a disability pension, you've got to really stop and think, do you really need that? Or can you fix what you've got? So Patrick's fixed it so we can put off getting a lawnmower, if that continues to work as good as what it is, for a couple of more years at least. So you can see how tall it's all got, because we had all that rain, then we've had all this beautiful sunshine. Anyhow, back to the garden as such. That's the beetroots. Now they're looking really good, and getting some nice size ones to the stage where I'm thinking it might be nice to be able to pickle a jars with. I mean, look at this one. Wow, this is more. I don't usually even get big like that, but I pickled some beetroot, if you remember, on one of my other vlogs, if you've been following for a while and actually watching what I've been doing. And it was so nice. So I thought, right, well, I'll pick them today and I'll do some pickled beetroot tomorrow. I've got to rake all this up and put it into the green waste. Pat put the whippersnipper over it yesterday for me, so that's good. This bed's going to have still going to have cabbages in it, so I haven't changed my mind on that. I've got to weed the lemon trees still, so there's lots of little things that need doing. Got more radishes up in there that did so well. I thought, another quick sowing of radishes. I did watch a YouTube on Epic Gardening with Jacques, the garden hermit, and he said if you put some mulch or straw or whatever around your radishes, what nibbles on the side of your radishes will then eat the mulch and leave your radishes alone. So I'm going to do that. So that'll be all done, and then they can hopefully not be quite chewed, because I get a few chewed ones. Here's what I've done the other one. This is more peas, and I came out and I had all ideas of pulling out the basil. I thought, I've got my 1.5 kilos of pesto in the freezer, and there was bees on the flowers. So what do? Do you make the bees day and leave it, or do you upset the bees and remove the plant? Well, you just trim along the side so you can get your trellis in, and you leave it for the bees. So they will be nice and happy. I've seen them on there, so that's good. Still going to overwinter these capsicums. I can't believe it, but look, I thought these were the California Wonders. No, these were the ones that do that. That's got a little mark there on it. I have to pick that one. And I've got these beautiful yellow and green ones, and I'm so excited because this is the only California Wonder I ended up with. And I've already had a capsicum off it. I've only had the 3 on the plant, but it's not a big plant, so I'm going to overwinter that one as well. And I'm going to do this area today. This is the comfrey. I'll cut the tie over there, or I'll probably climb over the fence, get the weeds out, put some more mulch down, and see how we go. So there's that. And I've got more carrots up, so that's good, because we do go through quite a few carrots. We love them raw, I love them cooked, rabbits love them. And I got really excited. See these, I thought these might have been my parsnips, because I've sown 2 rows of parsnips. But by the look of it, they're going to be a weed. So hopefully the parsnips will still germinate, because I really, really want some roast parsnips. Then of course the beans, they're still going. I'm not harvesting off them at the moment, but they are getting some more flowers on them. And I've had nearly 2 kilos of beans off them. So we've got more flowers coming. So I'm just leaving them to keep going, and there's new leaves. You can see the new leaves in there. Just in there. So I'm letting these go. And of course we've got 3 new girls. I think there's one of them. Hang on, we'll go here where we can see a bit better. There's one of them there. So she's a... And there's the other two way over there. There's one. And the other one's behind the post. There she is. Getting some bugs. So we've got 3 new girls, which means more yummy eggs. And this area here is still for the animals, though I can see it might end up becoming something else yet if I need the bed. I'm still planning on getting another 3 beds this year, putting them along here. And then that'll be as far as we go out because we've got the clothesline. And I've got a hutch ready there. I'm going to start looking for a little female rabbit to go with my 2 boys. And over here are all the seedlings. So you can see some of them, like see these need to go out. These could go out. Some of these could go out. And my onions could go out. Because they do a lot better when I put them out. I must do something right when I choose because of the garden, how good it looks. But you can see from here how the lawn is. So we really need to get that finished and go from there. But it's looking really nice. I'm really, really pleased. Oh, and that 3rd trellis next to the compost bay and the purple salvia, that one there, that's going to be for my sweet peas. I've already got them up. It's my 2nd year growing those. And this trellis we're leaving here permanently. This will be the sweet pea trellis every year. So they're nearly to where the trellis can start to climb. Because it sort of shelters this way and it will still leave sun here. I found when I put the sweet peas in where the carrots are, that the plants that grew this side were a little bit sheltered because the sweet peas were so thick. So I haven't sown, as you can see, I haven't sown as many sweet peas this year. And I didn't want to block out any veggies. So that's the easiest way to go. And these are our apples. They'll be harvested today. So nice crop. Pat's not keen on the flavour. I'm going to have to look into seeing if there's a way to sweeten them up. I like it. I'm not a sugary person. I like the flavour of them. But, yeah, Pat's not so keen. So I'm just going to cook them lightly and put them in the freezer and we can have apple pies with them. So they'll come off today. I'll get a bucket and do that. So that's everything that's happening in the garden. I'm talking to Pat still about finishing this fence off. We've got the wire and then I want to put a grapevine in here. We did have raspberries back in 07, but because I got sick with my heart, they sort of died off. So we want to replace the netting that's along here with proper fence wire. So that's that job. And this here, I'm going to do this over, and in each corner I'm going to plant another dwarf tree. This is dwarf apple Fuji, and we got stacks of apples off it. Looks a bit yucky at the moment because of the netting. There was something that was chewing the leaves, but those leaves will fall off, of course, and then we'll have nice new leaves come in, so it'll look good once all the leaves fall off. But we've harvested all them. So it looks like if I want this area here to be like a little orchard area, I'm going to have to do it myself. Pat can't do it. And see how I go, sort of thing. It's the only thing I can do. What I really need to do is perhaps hire a hubby for the day and he can come and do all my hard slog work for me. That would be good. And that's about everything that's happening in the garden at the moment. So I suppose if I get started in what I want to do, and what I might start off with is by harvesting. And of course, yesterday was Mother's Day, had a beautiful day. I didn't get a chrysanthemum from the boys this year, but that's okay. That's looking really, really pretty. That one's 2 years old, and the one over in Millie's garden was from last year. And this is only about 4 plants. I need to cut some of these flower heads off. So we have another flush come. It's the closest I can get to lavender. I'm allergic to lavender. It actually gives me migraines and makes me vomit and feel sick. So this looks a little bit like lavender, but it's not. It's a salvia. I'm nearly going to say sage. It's a salvia plant. Okay, well that's it from me. Have a wonderful day, and if you're in Australia and you've got beautiful weather before this winter round hits us with all the cold weather, enjoy. Bye.